Get it in. All right. Next, we're going to talk about and take what AK and Eversley, or AK in this situation, and BD, which is so weird. It's very rare that we see the two of them out there together, right? Like
Yeah.
it was a little weird there. But talking about Dalen Terry and how you ended the last segment, saying that he's probably going to be your backup too. Maybe play some three depending on how he fills out. Javante also gets to move and play more three. I think Javante Green is going to be the backup three to at least start the season, which is he's going to be dangerous not having to guard 6'10", 6'11" players anymore. But with that being said, is that I really do look at the versatility that they're bringing. You mentioned Justin Lewis, right? A player that can play the 3/4. I
Yeah.
think when they look to bring in a big man, he's going to be able to play some four and play some five. And so when you look at the versatility that's on this bench, you have AC, who can guard any position, but he can play the 1 through the 3. You have Io DeSumo, who can play the 1 and 2. You have Javante Green, who can play the 2, 3, and 4, as we've seen. Trying to hopefully get him a little bit more away from the 4 and get him on that 2, 3, that wing a little bit
Yeah.
more. If they do bring a Thad, if they do bring like whatever they end up doing, we know what the starting five is, right? So I'm going to focus this first part of my conversation just on that bench. Having a bench that can offer you so many different looks, that can play with so many different players depending on who in your starting lineup comes out, that's going to make the Chicago Bulls a more dangerous team. We see it with the Chicago Sky, and I know some people are going to roll their eyes at comparing this to women's basketball. One of the things that make the Sky such a dangerous basketball team is the versatility that they have off the bench and the weapons. Chicago Bulls may very well bring something like that. What do you think about that, Pat?
No, I agree. And the thing is, right, it's depth. We're talking about there could possibly still be a Kobe White on this team. That means that you could be talking about Dalen Terry just kind of getting minutes where he fits in, right? You could be talking about Justin Lewis just kind of trying to get minutes where he fits in. Those aren't bad things because you had a pretty good team last season when your bench pieces were your bench pieces and not your starters. Also, you've got them all coming back with a little bit of playoff experience, and you're adding a couple of rookies into that mix, as well as some veterans probably through trades and different things like that. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited to see what this bench could be. I will say, right, like when we talked about AK having a type, we never include Io in that. Io's the same type of player. He's just a little bit shorter. If I'm not mistaken, isn't Io's wingspan like 6'11" or something like that?
His
Like,
wingspan is ridiculous. I'll
bro,
look it
so
up real
like,
quick.
so you know what I'm saying? AK is building this team so versatilely to where, like you said, Io playing the 1 and the 2. He could play the 3 if he. I really haven't seen pictures of Io this offseason, so I don't know how much weight he's put on, if he's put on any weight, if he's bulked up at all. But
Who?
Io, I haven't seen
We haven't
seen
seen
any.
him. We haven't seen
Yeah,
him.
I
And
haven't seen much of him this offseason.
apparently he may not be playing in summer league either.
Yeah,
He
I
had said
did hear that
before.
he's not
I
gonna
did
play
hear that,
summer league.
yeah, which is surprising, but it is what it is. He's earned not to. Looked it up. Io DeSumo's wingspan is 6 feet, what the hell? 6'10.25. So a 6'10 wingspan. At being 6'4,
AK's got a type, is what I'm
listen.
saying.
Basically,
And
AK's like, hey, as soon as you walk in the door, how tall are you? All right, I need your wingspan to be 5 inches longer than you are tall.
how
What's your
long them arms
wingspan?
is? How long
Yeah,
your arms
how
is?
long them arms,
Hey,
fam?
hey, change that light bulb.
Let me see. Lift up your arm a little bit real quick for me. Okay, yeah. Go ahead and come in. We're gonna go ahead and work you up.
And so, with that, right, like you have to look at this. I look at this bench as being a versatile defensive bench. And I like the fact that, listen, Iowa's a scorer. Justin Lewis is coming in as a guy that definitely could score the basketball, granted against tougher competition. But I tell y'all, go watch that tape. That translates. It was a hand in his face on closeouts. He was like, no, you taking this J with you. Take that. He was pulling up from half court. He was tweaking me out. I'm not going to lie. I don't know
And
how he
the,
fell
and
in
the,
the
the
draft.
thing that stood out to me is that not only did he have 3-point range at the college level, he was shooting the NBA three
He was just,
confidently.
yeah.
And you remember the last time we got a solid wing player from the Marquette that people didn't really know about coming into the NBA?
I try not to do that to myself because I get too excited.
I'm just saying.
I try not to do that to myself every time. Then I'll be like, but Jimmy, hey, he's gonna come with the work ethic. But you look at that again, you look at that Bulls bench, you're starting to see kind of even last year, right? Derrick Jones, long wingspan, athletic. There's a theme to this bench. AK wants guys that can play up and down at every position multiple positions because of the injuries that they went through last season, and you got to the point where you were playing two guards at the power forward.
Yeah. For the majority of the season, we had a shooting guard as our starting power forward.
It's crazy, bro. And he wasn't bad.
He wasn't. That's the thing. He was not bad at all. Like, I don't mean that to throw any shots because, hey, he came in there and played his butt off. But
he was terrible on help defense. I will say that. He was terrible. He was
one
terrible.
thing that I want. So looking at this team, right, as we look for who's on the team right now, right?
Yeah.
Do you think Justin Lewis is going to make the final roster as it stands right now? Ooh.
I think Justin Lewis will, because I think there's going to be a move for a center, maybe not a power forward. I think they're going to try and throw a good chunk of that MLE at a center. And it might even include a possible trade so that they can give that person a little more money in the future. But
MLE you can only offer, it can only be 2 years. So
right, yeah. I'm just saying for the future money and stuff like that. But
yeah.
I think that you're probably going to see Justin Lewis make it as Patrick Williams' backup. I think Thad is the long shot. Thad's the one I want.
So this is the question with that. So if we're saying that the Bulls are bringing in another center, we thinking Justin Lewis makes the team.
Yeah.
What does that leave? Where does that leave Marko Simonovic?
Wherever you can find yourself. I mean, I'm gonna be real with you. He's got to prove it.
Is this summer league a make or break summer league and preseason? And are those going to be make and break for Marko Simonovic in a way?
I think it's gonna be like, I think the thing is, right, like I think Marco's gonna end up, I hope he's more, but like I really think Marko could end up just being an end of the bench big like Tony Bradley was. And Tony Bradley might accept his player option. So you might not
he's
even
going to accept Tony Bradley. Like he's probably talking to his agent, like, all right, man, listen, what deals can we get out there? And his agent probably looked at him and said, man, listen here. If you don't take this deal, I'm gonna fire you. Like it's like so Tony Bradley called in and said, hey, agent, Mr. Agent, I'm just calling because before I accept this, I just want to know, what deal could I possibly get? And this is what Tony Bradley's agent said.
Not the laugh track. He actually played the laugh track.
He just played the laugh track.
There was multiple people in the office when Tony Bradley asked that. That's bogus.
Yeah. But I will say this, all jokes aside, I know I just threw a little shot there. Tony Bradley as your third big off the bench, if the rest of your lineups improve, you can do a lot worse. You can do a lot worse. All jokes aside,
Tony came in, he gave us solid production on that West Coast trip. That was about it.
Yeah, he said, listen, that's all I got for you.
That's all I got for you. That's the whole season. So I don't know, bro. Like Marco's not a lock for me. Marco couldn't even. We had a 2-guard playing power forward, and the 7-foot dude couldn't get on the court. Billy Donovan said, "What bigs do you want me to play?" And Marco was sitting there.
I'm glad you said that, because one thing that a lot of Bulls fans blame Billy Donovan for small ball, and this is what I got to say to you. Do you see the team that AK gave him?
Oh, he had a small ball team for sure.
I don't think that Billy Donovan is sitting there like, you know what, I just want to play small. I think AK is saying, listen, I got you a bunch of long athletic players with big wingspans. They about 6'8" though. What can you do with it? And Billy Donovan said, hey man, listen,
hey bro,
I'm gonna cook the best meal I can cook with that.
I need a forward. I need at a minimum a forward. But I mean, that's the thing, right? Like that's the biggest question about Marco. Like, listen, at a minimum, you couldn't get on the court when there was nobody 7 feet tall. We put a 6'4" dude on the court. So I don't know what Marco's going to be. I'm interested to see what he's going to bring. He's probably one of the more people I'm more interested in Summer League out of anybody. Mm-hmm. But I do think that Justin Lewis makes the final roster because I think the Bulls are going to go with guys like that more so than even some of the smaller guys that are on this team. You could see a Troy Brown or something like that. Move the guard guys because of how many injuries we had last season. You're probably going to want those guys that are bigger and more versatile.
I'll tell you what, if the Bulls do re-sign Tyler Cook, it tells me everything I need to know about Marco, and they add more bigs too, it tells me everything that I need. We need to The question, like, listen, because Marco can't. He showed you last year the G League. He can learn nothing else from the G League. He damn near
No,
dominated in the G League.
he should have won MVP.
If you can't do that or something, so I don't even need you to do that exact thing. As a big in this situation coming in, I just need Marco to give us 8-5 off the bench. That's what I need from Marco this season. If you can give us 8-5 off the bench with consistent minutes and not look like you're lost on defense,
Yeah.
all right, we can see what we can build after that. I need 8-5 from Marco. I'm setting the bar low. I need 8-5 from Marco this season.
I mean, he's a bench big. If you can't give me 8 and 5, I can't use you. That's you realize that's 4 buckets and really like 3 buckets and maybe a free throw and 5 rebounds. You're 7 feet tall. Put your arms up, brother.
But yeah, man. But that's all I got. You got anything left for today?
Nah, man, that's it, man. We appreciate y'all for showing love for another show, man. Make sure y'all follow us on everything at Locked On Bulls. Follow me on everything at Pat the Designer.
Yes, and thank you so much for the growth that we've seen recently as well.
Oh
Listen,
yeah,
the channel's been on fire here
they've been
lately.
showing big love on the YouTube side. Hey, we tweaking though. We got to get these people a jersey. We said 5,000. We almost at 6.
Oh yeah, we gotta do a jersey. So be on the lookout. We will do something. Let's do something. We'll announce exactly how we're gonna give the jersey away tomorrow. That's Wednesday. And then maybe, depending on how things go, maybe we go live Friday and pick the winner.
I'm down for it.
All right, cool. But make sure you follow me at CEO Haize, that's CEOHAIZE. And thank you for making Locked On Bulls your first listen every day. Now, for your second listen, go and get up to date latest news and rumors around the NBA in just 30 minutes every day with Locked On NBA. Locked On NBA is your daily NBA update in just 30 minutes. It's available wherever you get your podcast. But for Pat the Designer, I'm Haize. This has been Locked On Bulls, and we out. Peace, y'all.
Gotta stay safe out there, man. Peace.